Hi, my dear students of class 9. I'm your literature teacher, Pratik sir. So, as you know, we are beginning our new session with the very new chapter of your Bliss class nine's book. So, this story is very interesting by Manoj Das, tells of Bhola Grandpa. And Bhola Grandpa is our grandpa who forgets. Okay, so how he imagines something and tells to others. So it's a very humorous story. As you get to know, Bhola Grandpa, you will laugh actually. So he's a very funny man, fanciful man, and also a forgetful man. And he used to live with his wife at the western end of the village. So, what happens next? How is Bhola Grandpa? What are his character traits? So, let us discuss this chapter. And I hope you all are very excited for your new session and try to work hard. I wish all the best for your future. So let's start. Manoj Das. Manoj Das is an Indian award winning bilingual writer who is called a bilingual, who knows many languages, is called bilingual writer. Bi means two, and here he can write in two languages, who writes in Odia and English. So he writes in both the languages, bilingual, Odia and English. He has written many novels, short stories, poems, travelogue, and articles on history and culture. The text is an edited version of Das' short story which narrates Bhola Grandpa's hilarious adventure seen through the eyes of a young man. So, the young man who is describing Bhola Grandpa, it is not actually Bhola Grandpa who is discussing his things, it is a young man who is giving the character trait of Bhola Grandpa, who had known him very closely. So he was personally very attachful with this Bhola Grandpa. So the Bhola Grandpa has simplicity, forgetfulness, and it adds to an element of humor on which the story hinges. So Bhola Grandpa and his wife lived at the western end of our village. So the man is telling in his village at the western end, at the very western end, Bhola Grandpa and his wife lived. A large bokal tree overshadowed their heart. So there was a bokal tree up overshadowed their hut. In that bokal tree lived a small troop of monkeys. So there lived a small troop of monkeys there. Bhola Grandpa and his wife did not mind it. So Bhola Grandpa and his wife did not mind those monkeys staying there on the bokal tree. So they were acceptable. Okay, so the monkeys can stay in that bokal tree. And the bokal tree was giving shadow to Bhola Grandpa's hut. So village life is means moderate life, not much of pollution. It's a very calm and cool weather, so it's a very good life there. So Bhola Grandpa was enjoying with his wife in that hut, and he was having a very peaceful life with those monkeys up above on the bokal tree. One moonlit night, we were returning from a festival. So, narrator is telling, along with narrator, many other families were there. So, he is telling to us that we were returning from a festival. So, कुछ उत्सव से वो लोग वापस आ रहे थे. The road was long and foggy. How was the road? The road was very long, बहुत ही लंबा था, and foggy. Foggy means night. At night it's kind of winter, थोड़ा ठंड ठंड लगता है, and it was foggy. I was riding on the village chowkidar's shoulder. So narrator was very small then, and he was riding on village chowkidar's shoulder. Suddenly, Bhola Grandpa let out a loud wail. So he shouted suddenly. What happened? What happened? Everybody was very concerned. What happened to Bhola Grandpa? Why did he shout so much? So everyone in our party was quite surprised. So everybody was surprised listening to that loud wail. We halted. Halted means stopped. Enquiry revealed. So everybody questioned. So after a solution came, that what was the solution? Why did he shout? That Bhola Grandpa had taken his grandson to the festival. He had tightly held on to the two fingers of the boy. He had not realized when those fingers slipped out, so he didn't know when his grandson had slipped out of his fingers. He was tightly holding on to his fingers, but that two fingers had slipped out when Bhola grandpa doesn't know. So he let out a loud wail. अरे मेरा grandson कहाँ गया? वो तो नहीं है मेरे साथ. Then someone asked Bhola grandpa why he was not gripping. What he was gripping. So someone said him that Bhola grandpa was gripping onto something. Okay. Bhola grandpa was gripping onto something. So what was he gripping? So there was nothing. So he remembered his grandson and let out a loud wail. So when he realized, अरे मैं क्या पकड़ के रखा हूँ, जिसको पकड़ के रखा था वही तो नहीं है. So grandson was only not there. So then he let out his loud wail. My father chose two sharp-eyed men. Two sharp-eyed men were chosen by narrators, means Manoj Das' father, and from our party to go back with Bhola grandpa to the festival. जो वो दोनों लोग क्या किए, भोला grandpa को वापस लेके गए उस festival के कि कहाँ grandson कहाँ पे है. So the grandson was found before long. Found before long means बहुत time ढूंढना नहीं पड़ा और उसको मिल गया. He had taken a cozy shelter under a cow's belly. So where was he sleeping? He was taking a shelter, a comfortable shelter under a cow's belly. You can see the picture in the next page. What is cow's belly? Okay. I remember another funny incident about Bhola grandpa related by my father. So his father had narrated Manoj Das. So another thing happened once. It had been a rainy afternoon. Bhola grandpa wild with excitement. So it was a rainy afternoon and Bhola grandpa was excited, very much excited about that day. Told my father, so he told his father and his some friend that he had seen a gang of pirates. So what he had seen a gang of pirates. You know pirates? Pirates are sea thieves. Okay. So they were boarding a large box under one of the sand dunes. So what were the pirates doing? Pirates were seen doing that. They were digging some hole in the sand dunes and were boarding a large box, treasure box on the sand dunes on the seashore by our village. At once, father and his friends started looking for the hidden treasure. So everybody went to that seashore and started looking what the treasure contained. So evening passed on to night. Moonlight came in through the clouds. So night, it was night. So सारा दिन लग गया खोजते खोजते. Means nobody found that treasure box and it was night again. A pack of jackals were howling. So everywhere jackals were howling. It was past midnight. Past midnight means already 12. रात के 12 बज चुके थे. And at this point of time, अभी ख्याल आया भोला grandpa को that he confessed. He came and said that there was no real treasure. अरे कोई treasure ही नहीं है. It was all dream which he had during his midday nap. So see how funny this is. He ultimately after means सारा दिन बीत चुका तब वो उसको realize नहीं, actually वो भूल चुके थे कि वो dream था, वो बोलना ही भूल गया उन लोगों को. He forgot to tell the others that it was his dream that he was dreaming. Okay, it was in his dream. He saw some pirates. That pirates were means boarding a large large treasury box in that sand dunes. Okay, so that was that was a dream that came through, and it was ultimately came forward when it was during his midday nap. Okay, so till here for today. Will not proceed it much. So I'll in our online class I will do some inside questions till here so that you can get the idea of how the questions are coming in class 9. Okay, so have a good day. Have enjoy your classes. Okay, have fun. Bye bye.